Hey guys, it's LpsHoney and today I'm going to be creating a semi-robotic dog, so I hope you enjoy. So here's a look at the little guy who's going to be turned into our robot. I actually got this in a haul quite a while ago and I ended up using him in an episode of Echo in the background. Because he has a missing ear, I wanted to kind of use him as an experimental subject, so I thought what better way to do that than to customize him as well. So yeah, pretty much he's missing his ear. Other than that, he's just a little dirty, but I am going to be removing some of his features with nail polish remover. And for this customization, I'm going to be using red, silver, and black. So the first step is to remove the features I don't want to make it a bit easier to paint over with the silver paint. So I'm going to go ahead and remove his bows on the top here and maybe a bit of detail around his eyes just to make it look a bit more masculine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off screen because I am going to be using nail polish remover which has acetone in it and I do not want to get that all over my camera. So I will be right back. And I'm back with my little pup. So here he is. As you can see, I took off pretty much all of the eyelash and pattern around this side of the eye. I am going to probably go over with some black paint just to make it look a bit more dramatic. I left this side on because I am going to be painting over it. And I did take off the bows on both sides. So now that he is all ready to get painted, I'm going to start off with the silver paint, which is right over there. Ooh, shiny. This shines so much more than I thought it would, and I just realized I got paint in my microphone. R.I.P. LPsHoney, my dad's gonna kill me. Okay, hopefully you guys can still hear me. I kind of like cleaned the microphone, so hopefully it's okay now. But yeah, this is the progress so far. This is the second coat, and I know it looks streaky. I kind of want that effect because metal has that kind of streaky look sometimes. And of course I am leaving the ear blank because I'm going to do a bit of outlining detail and stuff like that, and I'm not worried about the eye because I am eventually going to paint over it. As for this side, I am probably going to paint a bit of silver around here just because he is broken here, so it would make sense. But for now, I'm just focused on getting this side of his face done, and it's going to be really interesting to see how the small details turn out when I get to them. But right now, my boy's looking like Phantom of the Opera. Alrighty, so I've done about 4 coats now on this silver part on the dog and it's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to go ahead and paint the eye and also this little part around here where the missing ear is. And then after all that is done, I'm going to go in with the small details around the silver part. Bingo! There is our first coat on our black eye. I am going to let this dry and then do a second coat just to make sure everything is covered. But while that's drying, I'm going to start on this little missing ear part. So here's how he looks so far. I did forget to turn on the camera to film me painting around this, but there's not a lot that I really did there because I kind of want to keep it pretty simple, just like there's a hole there. Now what I'm going to do is mix some black and silver paint to create a slightly darker shade of silver so I can go around and outline the silver on the head to make it look like it's kind of more blended in. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint the little dot in the middle of the eye. Also, I'm not really sure what I want to do about this little brown dot here. It came kind of like chipped, the paint, so I don't know if I want to paint over it white or if I want to do something else, so I'll figure out what I want to do later on. So here's what he currently looks like. He's coming along really well. I love how the silver shines in the light, and there is the part around his ear. I eventually want to put like maybe some wiring in here, but I don't have any with me right now, so I will definitely do that in the future because I think it'll look really cool. But for now, all that's left to do is paint our little red dot in the middle of his black eye and then put a seal over the top. So here is my little robo pupper. He is so awesome. I love how he turned out. I know it's a very simple custom, but that's the way I wanted it because I kind of want him to look like 90% pet but 10% robotic, like hidden underneath his fur is his robotic parts, and I think I captured it pretty well. He of course has one robotic eye and some of his robotic, I guess it would be like endoskeleton is showing through here, and of course where he is injured on his little hole in his ear. Like I said, I do want to get some clay and mold some wires coming out of the hole. I think that would look really awesome, but for now I'm super happy with him and I'm really pleased on how the black turned out around this eye. So here's a little side-by-side comparison. This is what he used to look like. Of course he didn't have this ear, but the design was how he looked. He had all this kind of like tan color coming around with little eyelashes flicking off to the side, and he also had bows on his head. But now I've gotten rid of all that tan and the eyelashes and also the bows on top, and I think he looks awesome. So yeah. Pretty much everything else has remained the same on the body, but I just think like the little subtle changes make him look really, really cool. So that's about all for this video. I know it was pretty short and pretty simple, but I'm super happy with how it turned out, and I do have plans in the future to make more robotic themed LPS for my Echo series. So let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see me like do videos on the pets I'm going to be making, because I have plans to make some of the main cast as robotic versions. Of course I'm going to be using fake LPS for those customs because the real versions cost way too much. But yeah, let me know if it's something you guys would be interested in seeing in the comments down below. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye guys! So guys, like I promised in yesterday's video, I would be opening up the next door on my advent calendar. So today is of course the 3rd, so I got a little birdie. He's super cute. I'm not too sure what kind of breed of bird he is, but he's really adorable, and he has his little like feathers or flippers or whatever you want to call them open, so hopefully I can get a little present to put in there later in the advent calendar. But yeah, thank you guys so much for checking in for the daily advent calendar opening. Make sure you check in tomorrow for another upload and more advent calendar goodness.